Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, I'd like to start this session by, alerting you about what is happening on the roads. By the way, if you're traveling to the upcountry, especially if you're going to areas like Kisumu, I understand at the Ahero Junction, that river has overflown. So I think it's just gone beyond the bridge. I mean, just check those footages. Those are some of the things that are happening on the ground at the moment. So if you're traveling to that place, just be watchful. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the analysis of the day. But now, I was looking at a video about a meeting, a church meeting that Rigathi attended, and in that meeting, Kimani Ichungwa was there. In that meeting, Wamatangi was there, and a host of other leaders from the Kiambu county.
Hapa Kiambu tumekuwa na shida, tunaonekana kama tuko na mvutano na serikali ya county. Na najua governor ametuambia mara mingi, nyinyi wabunge fanyeni kazi yenu, muachane na yangu. And I agree with you, governor.
Now, if I may take you to this politics of Kiambu County, and you've seen previously, when William Ruto toured that place, there was a lot of heckling and booing, and most of those tours of that region did not end up expectedly. And that's why you find that these days, William Ruto hardly makes those roadside campaign rallies in the Mount Kenya. So I want us to go to a scenario that took place in the church. And there was some statements which Kimani Ichungwa made, which did not sit well with Wamatangi. So before we get to that level, please like this video to enable YouTube to share it to other people. Also, subscribe to this channel if you're not subscribed before. And to existing subscribers, thank you so much for your support.
Hapa Kiambu tumekuwa na shida. Tunaonekana kama tuko na mvutano na serikali ya county. Na najua governor ametuambia mara mingi, nyinyi wabunge fanyeni kazi yenu, muachane na yangu. And I agree with you, governor. However, on matters touching on accountability, let me say in front of this church and before this church and the people of God, as members of parliament, we have no apologies to demand accountability, both at the national government level and at the county government level. That we shall continue to demand. Some of the issues, Your Excellency, you are talking about have already been pointed out now by the Auditor General, that the counties of Kiambu and Nairobi are leading our country in matters and accountability and misuse of public resources. That must come to an end, and I say that without any fear of contradiction, that we must bring to an end. When we point out those things, we don't point them out because we hate our governor or because we don't want to work with you, governor. We point them out because it is what we are elected to do, to represent the people, both at the national government level and at the county level. Therefore, bear with us. Na mimi nasema hayo sababu huwa nasema mambo vile yalivyo. Wizi ukikita mizizi, iwe ni Kiambu, iwe ni Nairobi, iwe ni kwa serikali kuu, hatutaweza kutekeleza yale mambo ambayo tuliwaahidi wananchi wa Kenya. And therefore, when we point out what is going wrong in Kiambu, Governor, forgive us, bear with us. That is also part and parcel of our responsibility as leaders. And if anybody else is left out, mimi nikibaki nikiongea peke yangu mambo ya Kiambu, nitaongea until the cows come home. Na mimi sitaki kiti ya governor kama Alice. Mimi nilishatangaza yangu tu ni kusema ukweli, sababu mimi ni wa kanisa moja na Rigathi, deputy president wetu.
Now, Wamatangi was seated there listening to what Kimani Ichungwa was saying, and Gachagua was also there.
It pains me a lot when I see our leaders tearing each other. It pains me. I want once more, I called the governor, I called the MPs, I called the MCAs, and I tried to put them together so that we have peace and we have development in this county.
And you know that the politics of Kiambu County have not been in favor of Wamatangi, especially after he beat Moses Kuria in the election and he beat Kabogo in the election. Mind if you go to the politics of Kiambu County again, you realize that those governors who have been there have been serving one term. So you find that Kimani Ichungwa delivered a very disturbing statement and saying that Kiambu County is corrupt. He even mentioned Nairobi County. But in this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, our focus is on Kiambu County and the politics of Kiambu County. I was telling you about the previous roadside rally that William Ruto found himself overly embarrassed. And I think since that day, Ruto has not toured Kiambu County. In that meeting, there was a lot of heckling, booing, and then the subsequent meeting that William Samoei Ruto found himself in was one in Rift Valley. Then there was another booing. So after those two, regions, after meetings of those two regions, I think William Samoei Ruto have been keeping off these rallies because they turned chaotic. They were more than what people talk about when they refer to ODM, the chaos. So the chaos which were seen in these rallies, especially William Ruto's rallies and rallies of UDA people, were a total embarrassment. So you find that the statement that Kimani Ichungwa was delivering in the presence of Rigathi Gachagua, personally, I think he was speaking on behalf of Rigathi Gachagua. Why am I saying so? Rigathi cannot attack Wamatangi directly. But then Rigathi realized that Wamatangi did not toe the line. And probably, maybe there are some dealings which Rigathi Gachagua could have wanted to maybe find himself engaged in. But then these things have not been working according to their expectations. Mind you, if you've been following again these politicians in Kiambu County, how they fight Wamatangi, then there is something that you can make out of this political chaos in Kiambu County. Maybe there is a tender that these people have not been given. Maybe there is something that is happening there. Most likely, I can attribute those tenders. Some of these politicians are tenderpreneurs, and there are so many people in Kenya who've made millions by simply becoming tenderpreneurs. So these politicians, personally, I think they're just tenderpreneurs. They want some tenders in this county, and probably Wamatangi has denied them a chance to probably secure these tenders. And so that's why you find that this issue of corruption is being brought to the fore here. We know for once that the issue of Nairobi County is also political, because that is something that we are aware of because of the problem that the Kikuyu business people have been facing in Nairobi County. And when Rigathi Gachagua attempted to defend these people, he always linked these problems to Sakaja. So we know that the issue of Nairobi County is a bit different, and that there's plan to already remove Sakaja from that seat. But the issue of Kiambu County is a bit tricky because now people in Kiambu County are Mount Kenya people. Of course, we know that Kiambu County is a bit cosmopolitan, and it's just like Nairobi and just like Mombasa. It's just like Kakamega, Eldoret. Some of these counties are, these regions are cosmopolitan regions. So, and because of that reason, it harbors so many tribes. And that, I think he was trying to talk about some meetings that normally take place, meetings of, people, I think Mount Kenya people. They converge and have meetings of the Mount Kenya people. So he was trying to set the record straight that Kiambu County is purely cosmopolitan. But then the main reason why Kimani Ichungwa would mention the issue of corruption, I can link that complaint to the tenderpreneur concept. These people are not getting the tenders they wanted. So as a result, what you're facing is these remarks of corruption. So he is saying that Kiambu is corrupt, Nairobi is corrupt. This is political, ladies and gentlemen. So what do you think about this statement that Kimani Ichungwa unleashed during that church session? Do you agree with Kimani Ichungwa, or you also side with the fact that this appears to be political? Just go below the comment section there and tell us what you think about that. So if you're watching this video and not subscribed, please take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. So until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.